Vols are back.
Can't kill it. Can't kill it. Go.
They waiting outside. They flooding the gates, I'm flooding the wrist. Like, no, I ain't got it. Stormy and Scott. They Houston like when he got my brothers with me. We lighting the city on fire. Protect my Achilles, cause they tryna kill me, but I never been so alive. Yeah, whiplash, we get whiplash, we get so loud. Whiplash, all night. We lit, we get whiplash, all night, all night, all night.
Can't kill it. Go.
Origami paper, but I never fall for anyone. She a 9 plus 10, yeah, you know that equal 21. Savage big in a rap, it's a brand, keep it running. Drip her out in Bulgari, and she know she bad. I'm like God, she like Bonnie. I came from the bottom, please don't ask me what it took. I got demons in my past, but my angels keep on shook. Man down, I can't hear a sound. Walk out on your block, I hear silence and it's loud. Man down, me and Ryder raise a toast. Tryna shadow ban my boy, but you can't kill a ghost.
And we are live. Oi! Well, we're not live technically, but we're here. Oi, fellow comrades. It is Squidtard here, as well as my boys Lucas Sharp and Mr. Julio Rodriguez. And welcome to episode 20 of the Vol Star podcast. We've come a long way. In fact, this is probably the last show we're going to do this year. Well, it's not even really a show. This is actually pre-recorded. Of course, we all have different times. I'm doing my own thing on Christmas Eve, and so is Lucas and Julio. As you can tell by the lighting and, the way things look outside, we're actually pre-recording this sometime, before midnight. To give you an idea of how late this is, Coastal Carolina's playing in their bowl game against San Jose State in the Hawaii Bowl. They're going to be playing until 3 a.m. when everybody else is asleep. So we'll find out how our bowl pick'ems look later on. And next week, or at least, let's see, when's the next show going to be? So to give you guys a schedule of what some of the the next episodes are going to be, our next episode is actually going to be on the 2nd of January. So Tuesday in 2 weeks from now, because it'll be after all of the bowl games. And usually we do this show on a Monday, but because we have big matchups happening, playoff games, Tennessee's playing, everybody's playing on January 1st, so we can't do the show on there, but we are going to do it on the 2nd. And then the week after that, of course, we can't do it on Monday either, again, because it's the national championship, and that's kicking off at 8 o'clock when we do the show. So we're probably going to do that one on Sunday. I know it's a confusing schedule. I'll update you guys in a post or something, community post, so that's easier to follow. But anyway, with all that being said, that's the look at the schedule for the foreseeable future. If you haven't already, hit the sub button and subscribe to Squidtard Sports so you don't miss a show. Following later on throughout the show, we're going to be giving predictions for all the rest of the bowl games, an in-depth analysis at the Tennessee-Iowa game, and our predictions on that. We got a lot to do for this show, so we're going to kick it off real quick and fast. But first, how are my co-hosts doing? How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Spectacular. So we've got a lot of ground to cover with these bowl games. There are plenty of them to cover. But before that, let's take a little just quick dive at what's going on in the basketball season, at least for Tennessee. So there isn't much, not much at all. In terms of the basketball season, the only thing that's happened so far is that Tennessee kind of skated by, kind of drug through Tarleton State. 65-46 was the win on that one. You guys got any thoughts on that game?
Boring.
Yeah, that's a great analysis. Lucas?
I will say that we definitely did not look like ourselves that night, but you know what? I'd rather us not look like ourselves against a bad team than a good team, because when we play a good team, we would get absolutely blown out. But since it's against Tarleton State, of course, we would still have a chance. And we still almost covered the spread. So, and plus we got the W. I don't, went undefeated throughout the whole month of December, and now we're on Christmas break. We don't play a game until like January 1st or 2nd against Norfolk State. So
That's right.
hopefully we get some things figured out before our game against Norfolk State.
That's right. And the Lady Vol is also going on their Christmas break. They beat Wofford 85-63. Not much else to really cover there. So easy wins for both both Vol basketball teams. Cruising through that part of the schedule. SEC play coming up next month. Looking forward to seeing how that plays out. But now, with all that being said, let's move on to football. So, yeah, some big-time bowl games coming up. And, well, we don't have any pick'ems results for this week. But next week, before the national championship, I will make sure. Man, my grammar is off. I will make sure to drop all of our pick'em results after, of course, 2 weeks ago, last week, and this week, and hopefully it pans out with a dub for your boy. But we'll see how it pans out, won't we? So, all right. Anyway, let's waste no more time and let's go ahead and start some of these bowl predictions. So we're gonna start out with Tuesday, coming up Tuesday, right after Christmas. And just kind of cruise through the rest of the bowl games. So let me switch the display here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. That should be it. Yep. All right. Let me share my screen for the people on the crew. All right. Splendid. Professional show we got here. Okay, so we'll start out here. Bowling Green 7-5 versus Minnesota 5-7 in the Quick Lane Bowl. Minnesota a 3.5-point favorite in this matchup. Who you guys got?
I want to say something before I make my pick, or at least try to talk myself into it. But I find it kind of funny that Georgia Tech played right before Bowling Green. If you after what happened this year.
Oh, that's cruel. That's cruel. That's disrespectful. We've disrespected him plenty of times in our shows.
Sea-Dog has now flagged the video
for the third time.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. See.
Yeah, but let's hear your pick on it. Who you got?
Oh God, this is a weird one because I know Minnesota's not really that good, and PJ Fleck is always a weird coach. He either has a like a mid-tier season, like a 5-7 to 7-5. Or he wins like 10 games. I don't understand him. But, and then Bowling Green is like the typical MAC team where it's like smack bang average.
Mm-hmm. But which one is
this
more
is a weird
average?
One. Yeah, we're having an old-fashioned mid-off in the Quick Lane Bowl.
Didn't last time Minnesota they played Bowling Green they lost?
You'd have to go on Wikipedia for that, because heck, that's even like for the stat dude like me, that's a matchup I've never heard of.
I think last time
somehow
Minnesota
that's not
played...
surprising.
Let me see.
Yeah, somehow that's not surprising, but yeah, with all that
being
said, who do y'all got winning the game? Because you got to pick a winner.
Both
teams.
Yeah, they played each other in 2021, and Bowling Green beat Minnesota 14-10.
Wow.
Ooh. Heck, maybe he might be up for it. All right. Since the underdogs have kind of won this year in the bowl games, I'm going to take Bowling Green, I guess.
All right. Lucas?
Give me Minnesota. I don't know much about these two teams.
Taking the favored squad. I respect it, but I'm going to stick with Julio and say that Bowling Green gets their 8th win, and Minnesota moves down to 5-8. I just got a good feeling about Bowling Green in this matchup. All right. First Responder Bowl, Texas and Rice. I can name a total of 0 people who are going to be watching this game, but it's a bowl game, so we got to cover it. Texas State, a 4.5-point favorite. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna take G.J. Kinney and Texas State. I don't know if y'all know who G.J. Kinney is, former NFL backup. But
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say G.J. Kinney, former NFL backup. I think him at Texas State will get a win because I just like the way he runs his offense. I don't know if y'all know who he coached last year, but he coached at Incarnate Word. And if you want to see some video game numbers, go and look up Cameron. What I think it is Cameron Ward, who is in the transfer portal right now. He was the former quarterback at Incarnate Word, and if you look up his FCS stats at Incarnate Word under GJ Kinney, it's ridiculous.
Man.
All right. Well,
But so
you're picking Texas State, Lucas?
yep, I'm taking
All right.
the Bobcats.
Well, Julio, I have to say, as Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm taking Texas State. I like Texas State's head coach. I think they're heading in the right direction. Give me the Bobcats of Texas State.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to do a fun fact before Squid picks. I do want to give a fun fact about Rice. Fun fact: Rice is 3-0 all time against the University of Alabama, and they are also 1-0 against Georgia.
This is
So
phenomenal.
that makes them
playoff team.
So it makes them a combined 4-0 against the top two programs in college football.
Playoff team. But, yep, looking like a sweep here, fellas, because I'm going to stick with Texas State as well. I think they get the win over Rice. So I'll stick with Texas State on that one. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the Jayhawks got screwed here. Guaranteed rate bowl against UNLV, who did play in a championship game, but they're 9-4. Kansas coming in as a 13-point favorite. I'm going to go ahead and say it before anybody else does. Jayhawks for the win. I'm going to stick with Kansas on this one. Who y'all got?
I'm taking Kansas.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk.
Yeah.
They are going to own the Big 12 next year when Texas and Oklahoma leave.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jayhawks for the win. And if I were to, if I had my Kansas shirt, I would put it on. But
I was going to say this. I'm actually really glad that Lance Leipold didn't leave Kansas. I know some people are like, why the hell are you simping for Kansas? But I don't know. I just like Kansas. I feel like, they're a good underdog story. They can finally, get out of the Texas and Oklahoma shadow maybe and actually win a Big 12 championship.
That's right. All right. Well, good for them. Good for them. They're going to get a win there. All right, next up. Military Bowl, we're now at the 27th. Virginia Tech, who's 6-6 against Tulane, who is 11-2. Now get this, Tulane, even with their record far surpassing Virginia Tech's, the Hokies are coming in as a 10.5-point favorite in this matchup. Who y'all got here? This could be a trap. This could be a trap by Vegas. I don't know about that.
Well, see, this is a weird one because Tulane, of course, Tennessee got their wide receivers that entered the portal. Michael Pratt, their quarterback, has entered the portal. Mm-hmm. Willie Fritz, I can't remember, where did he go? Do y'all remember where he went? I know he left where'd he leave to? Can y'all look up where he went?
Didn't he just declare for the draft, or is he actually hitting the portal?
I'm talking about.
Oh, the coach. Oh, okay. Wait, yeah, that's right. You're talking about the coach. Never mind. I was thinking it was somebody else.
Where did he go? I can't remember.
Let me look. Willie Fritz.
I know he left, but I can't remember the team for some reason.
Oh, Houston.
Okay. He left for Houston, which I don't know. That's fucking weird. Call me crazy, but I think Tulane's a better school than Houston. Wow. I understand they might have more restrictions because Tulane is like a academic institution.
I mean, technically, now Houston's a Power 5 and Tulane isn't.
Yeah, technically, Houston is the better school, but take from that what you will. But anyway, who you got winning the game?
It pains me to say it because I thought, I was really happy for Tulane to get, back-to-back, possibly back-to-back 12-win seasons. Mm-hmm. I feel like I would choose them if they still had Michael Pratt and Brazel and Willie
crew.
Fritz if he was
Yeah.
finishing, but they're not. So I'm going to take Virginia Tech.
Honestly, I don't know how to take from this. I know we've said that losing their head coach and losing like some of certain players, like we talked about how Duke's lost Mike Elko and Riley Leonard, yet they still beat Troy. But then we talked about how James Madison, of course, lost their head coach, but of course they lost to Air Force. And then of course I got both of those wrong. I don't know. I feel like if I pick Tulane, then you might as well write down Virginia Tech's gonna win, and if I pick Virginia Tech, then you might as well write down that Tulane's gonna win.
Well, break it down for us. So you got.
I guess I'll stick with the favorites. I guess give me Virginia Tech.
It's going to be another sweep because I'm going to roll with the Hokies as well. I like this matchup. I think it'll be close. However, I just like the Hokies here. Like you mentioned, Tulane's just lost a lot of talent. I don't really see him recovering from it, but we'll see. All right, anyway, Duke's Mayo Bowl, everyone's favorite bowl game. North Carolina 8-4 against West Virginia, who's 8-4. Pretty good season for West Virginia, all things considered. And they're coming in as a 6.5-point favorite against Drake May. And I don't know if he's going to be playing here. Maybe you guys can update me on that. But let me know who you got.
If he plays, then I'd be shocked.
Yeah, I don't think he is. Y'all can check, but I don't think he is. It is in Charlotte, but
yeah. So even with all that being considered, what's y'all's plan? Who y'all got for the bowl? Actually, you know what? I'll start here. So I like both of these teams. I think both of them are pretty good, and maybe you can update me on the Drake May situation. But
it says he's opted out.
I would have thought so, and I had a good feeling he was. So even if he was playing, I just don't trust North Carolina's defense in this situation. West Virginia's got a pretty good offense, and they've been running on a lot of cylinders as of lately. I think West Virginia wins this game. So give me West Virginia to get the dub. Who you guys got?
Same. I got West Virginia.
All right.
All I gotta say is, country roads.
All right. Another
take
sweep.
me home.
So it's another sweep. We'll see what else we got here. All right, 8:00 p.m. Number 15, Louisville. Rankings don't really matter. Louisville versus USC in the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Lou coming in as a 7.5-point favorite against USC. Honestly, that shouldn't be the most surprising thing here. Both these teams kind of reeling after some pretty ugly performances. USC, their last performance, they got blown out by UCLA. Louisville, of course, they lost in a pretty ugly way in the championship game. So, based on record alone, a lot of people would pick Louisville in this matchup because Louisville's ranked. They have more wins, beat Boo Boo Bot. But, it's not going to be that clear cut. USC, regardless of the fact that, of course, Caleb Williams isn't playing, no shocker there. Lincoln Riley's still the head coach, and I think USC's got a really good offense. On the other hand, Louisville has an offense that's one step ahead of Iowa's, but that's like the bare minimum. If being better than Iowa's offense is like being able to move faster than a rock, it's not really saying much. So, yeah, they don't have a good offense. So I am going to take the underdog here. Give me USC to beat Louisville. Who y'all got?
I will say, though, USC, of course, doesn't have a good defense either. It's literally the stoppable force versus the movable object.
It exactly is.
You know what? I'm going to say not so fast, my friend, and pick Louisville.
All right.
I hate USC. Give me Louisville.
So both of y'all are sticking with the 11-win season for Louisville. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
right.
it's just because they have such an arrogant fan base. Plus, they got blown out in front of like Olivia Rodrigo at home. Like, come on, man, really?
All right.
Getting blown out at home.
That's as good of a reason as any. All right, let's move on to the last game of Wednesday. Texas A&M and Oklahoma State in the Tax Act Texas Bowl. So this would be Huh?
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was gonna say, call it the correct name, the Red River Junior Bowl.
Red River Junior. You might be Red. Yeah. Red River Junior. That's a good way of putting it. A&M favored by 2 points over Oklahoma State in this matchup. Could be a fun one. There's a lot of uncertainty with this game for sure. But what makes this so interesting is that this Texas A&M team is going to have a little bit of a different stride than before, as it's not going to be Jimbo Fisher or anybody else coaching, but it's going to be Mike Elko going up against Oklahoma State and Mike Gundy. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out. And I think this Texas A&M team shows up, and I think they show up real good. Oklahoma State's pretty hot too. I like both of these teams, but Oklahoma State might be reeling a little bit after that loss they took to Texas. So I'm gonna take Texas A&M here and say that the Aggies and Mike Elko get the dub over Oklahoma State. Who y'all got?
Wait, I thought Mike Elko didn't take over until next season started.
So he can't coach in this game, right? Is that what you're
Yeah,
telling me?
I don't think he can.
Yeah.
But even if that's the case, I'm still sticking with A&M.
Also, you could also call this bowl. We have the Red River shootout at home. The Red River shootout at home.
Mm-hmm. You think there's gonna be a shootout?
No, that's that.
I know
no,
it's called that. It's called
Yeah.
that. It's a little pun. I get it. Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I was just.
I don't know. I guess give me Oklahoma State. I don't know.
I'm gonna need more of these. by the end of
This
the
is
day.
also a weird one because Gundy is kind of weird in bowl games. He's either really good or he's horrible. He either wins by a lot usually or gets blown out.
Yeah.
This is a hard one, but
Make it.
if it's all right, is Elko allowed to coach? Can any of y'all confirm that?
I wouldn't think that he's allowed to coach until next season starts.
Okay, I was gonna say if he's not allowed to coach, then give me the more experienced coach and give me Oklahoma State then.
No, that's a decent reason, and yeah, I kind of went a little quick on the trigger there. But even if he isn't, I'm still gonna stick with A&M because I think they're the more talented team, and I do think Oklahoma State is reeling after that loss. But we'll see. We'll see. You guys might be on the right idea. I'm sure I'm going to be called a big dumb stupid idiot in the comments for that one though. All right, next up. Now we're on to Thursday, the 28th. SMU and Boston College in the nobody's going to watch it because it's at 11 a.m. bowl. The Fenway Bowl.
The Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
Yeah.
What?
They make anything a bowl game nowadays.
Let's make this one quick. I like SMU here in this matchup. They've got the way better record. They look like the way better team. They're probably the best Group of 5 team, in my opinion, even when you consider Liberty. So I think SMU rolls away with this one and beats Boston College pretty easily.
Yeah, SMU.
All right.
Yeah, SMU. I was gonna say, why haven't they made the Collier, toilet bowl yet?
Yeah. Well,
Why haven't they made the toilet bowl yet?
Well, I like
come
the,
on, man.
I like the Situas at home bowl. Colorado.
Well,
Florida.
Colorado versus Florida.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta say is with all these players transferring out for Florida and decommitting for Florida, we better beat Florida next season.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how nice it is that Florida's got Florida fans. They have premier seating to watch their bowl game. It's right from the couch.
Same with Colorado fans.
Mm-hmm.
You love to see it.
Yeah. It is something. But Florida is more enjoyable. Same for South Carolina. Anyway, moving on here. Let's talk about the Pinstripe Bowl. Rutgers versus Miami. This one could be a potentially interesting matchup. Part of what makes this so interesting is that Vegas is definitely riding with a strange line here. Rutgers is the favorite against Miami. I'm interested to see how this one pans out.
God, I'm so conflicted on this because I hate both coaches with a burning fucking passion. This is where
This is where I think, in my opinion, we figure out whether or not Mario Cristobal was a good game manager. Because if he loses this game against Rutgers, I'm really going to start to be concerned about the future of Miami.
Yo, don't you mean Rugters?
Rugters, yes. Well, I'm going to go out and say that the underdog, even by a point, gets the dub here. I'm going to take the Hurricanes to beat Rutgers.
Or you could just call it the Italians versus the Cubans.
That one took a minute to process, but who do you have winning the game?
God, this is a weird one. Plus, that's a very low over under at 40.5. Just saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is very.
It is in New York, but let's be honest. Who the hell is a Rutgers fan? And let's be honest. Does anyone
Comic
show up
Dude.
to Miami games also?
Is Comic Dude the only Rutgers fan?
He's a Rutgers fan, and that's saying a lot.
Hey, I respect people that are actually Rutgers fans.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
All right. Yeah.
But
who you got winning?
God, I guess give me Rutgers. Damn it, chop on.
All right, Lucas.
The only
man.
reason I want Rutgers to win this is just so I don't have to listen to the damn Miami fans on Twitter.
Yeah, ball's in your court now, Lucas.
I don't know, man. I liked when Miami hired Mario Cristobal, but I don't know, man. Mario Cristobal, he just seems like just a good recruiter, but like a terrible head coach.
Flip
just
a coin
like,
or something. Just flip a coin.
All right. I guess heads for Rutgers and then tails for Miami. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Coinbase Global closed much higher
Not the
today,
freaking.
all the way up.
No one cares about that. I guess just give me Miami.
All right.
Because
Great.
it was like
Yeah.
literally show me like whatever they're called. I
No
forgot
one
what
can
they're
help you.
called.
Well, if you type in.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, market shares. It was literally showing me market shares.
Nice.
Like-
That's great.
Like who cares?
Yeah, people in Vegas probably care. Yeah, I don't know. All right, next up, this is a great one. The Pop-Tarts Bowl, the first appearance of it. NC State and Kansas State. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one pans out. I like both of these teams. Obviously, they're both pretty good. They're both ranked. NC State does have the better record, although Kansas State is favored by 2.5 here. This is a very tough one to call. I like both of these teams. I like both of their offenses. Although, this isn't just because of their record or the way they're ranked. I like NC State's offense, and I think they've lost a lot less through the portal and through everything else. I'm going to say that they get it done and they get the win over Kansas State, and they have a 10-win season this year. So, yeah, give me NC State. Who y'all got?
I guess give me the favorite in Kansas State.
Give me NC State. I want NC State to come in with more hype next year.
All right.
So
Ooh, yeah, that's right. They're gonna be playing. They're gonna be taking a big L second week of the college football season, but that's for next year. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that. All right, next up, Alamo Bowl, the last game of Thursday's slate. This is going to be a great one right here. Arizona and Oklahoma, two top 15 teams in the Alamo Bowl. Arizona coming in as a 2.5-point favorite in this matchup. They have been red hot as of recently and don't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon. Although the Sooners look to be getting red hot as well, so this is going to be two high-paced offenses. I think this will be a great shootout. And the over-under calls for 262.5. I'm looking forward to what's going to be a great game. Although, while I do think Arizona is a phenomenal team, I just think the Sooners with Brett Venables have got things going better in their direction. I think they're a more complete team overall. I'm going to stick with Oklahoma and say that they get the job done and they win over Arizona. Who y'all got?
is it bad that I feel like this is bait by Vegas to have Arizona as a 2.5-point favorite?
That's not shocking. They do that a lot. Why do you think Rutgers is ranked or favored against Miami?
Yeah. Oh, God, this is a hard one.
Flip a coin.
I think give me Oklahoma. I think they just have a little bit more talent.
All right.
So
This is definitely going to be a good game, and to avoid it from being a full sweep, I'm going to take Arizona, so at least one of us don't look dumb.
All right. All right, I like that. I like that. Got to be different. I like it. All right.
Yeah. Next is the Clemson Kentucky
That's
one,
right.
but
The
I
Gator
was
Bowl.
I was gonna say this. I want to give out a fact about Clemson and Kentucky. Clemson and Kentucky. They have played 13 times. Can you guess who leads the all-time series 8-5?
Kentucky.
Yep, Kentucky leads the series 8-5.
Wow.
Well, it's about to be 8-6.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. I like Clemson in this matchup. I think they've gotten things back in their direction. Though while I do think Clemson is still, their offense is still. We're talking about Kentucky here, and honestly, it's hard for me, even with how good Devin Leary has performed these past few weeks. I just don't see Kentucky scoring a lot. This is the same Kentucky team that couldn't score much of anything on South Carolina. And while Clemson couldn't either, I think they only had one offensive touchdown. This is going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to stick with Clemson and say that they get the win here.
I know this is weird, but Mark Stoops almost always plays really well in bowl games.
Yeah?
Except when he plays Iowa.
Yeah. Well, that was because Will Levis opting out. Had they had Levis, I think they would have won because they had no one else to back him up, really.
Yep.
But I think I'm probably going to take Clemson, but I wouldn't be so shocked if Kentucky won, but I'm taking Clemson still.
All right. Lucas?
Oh yeah, I already said I already said Clemson.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. All right.
Yeah, because I gave the stat, and then he's
That's
like,
right.
that'll be 8-6.
Yeah, that's right. All right, moving on to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, Oregon State and Notre Dame. Notre Dame coming in
Tony
as
the Tiger.
I
son.
love that bowl game, but they're
It
coming.
used to be the Hyundai Sun Bowl.
That's right, I do remember that. But the fact that it's the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, I just love that. But anyway, Notre Dame coming as a 6.5-point favorite. Both of these teams pretty good defensively. Notre Dame, though, I do think is the more complete team, even though they don't have Sam Hartman in this game. I still think, their offense is a little more, complete than Oregon State's. And Oregon State, of course, losing a couple of pieces, too. In my mind, I just feel like Notre Dame's going to run away with this one. So give me the Irish. Who y'all got?
Irish. I hate to say it, but Irish.
Yeah, Oregon State, they're losing their head coach, losing DJ Uyunglele, and they're bringing in their top corner over to Tennessee. Give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, so sweet. All right. Quick one there. Moving on. AutoZone Liberty Bowl. This one's going to be real quick, I imagine. Memphis and Iowa State. Even though Iowa State has the lesser record, they're a Power 5 team. I think they have, I think they're just a more complete team. So give me Iowa State. That's all I have to say about that. What do y'all got?
Wait. They're playing at Memphis.
Oh, wait. Yeah, they are. Huh.
Oh, it's a home
It's
game.
a
for
home
Memphis.
game for Memphis. I didn't think about that. Still, Iowa State.
Oh, no, I just thought it was weird. So that's... What was... I know this is totally off topic, but what was the score to that South Alabama game? I saw it was like 52-3 at like the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it was like 62-3 final score, I think.
59-10.
Oh, dang.
Laid
Hey, it
stinky
was a
on
home
'em.
game, though.
Yeah, and
It
this
was a
is-
home game, though.
Yeah,
So.
and this just hit halftime. Yeah, we'll be.
Oh, what an amazing game that
knows?
is.
All right.
What a bore.
Sorry to take the thing hostage for a second, but yeah,
all
give
good,
me
but
Iowa
yeah.
State.
You're taking Iowa State, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, in remembrance of Jeff Webster, give me Ames, Iowa.
Ames, Iowa, with Webster's worst. Shout out to my boy Jeff Webster. All right, next up, here it is, the first one of the New Year's Six bowls, and this will probably, I imagine, this will be a sweep right here. Eli Drakewitz and Missouri taking on Ohio State. So if it were up to me, this is one of the only bowl games that I wish that they could just both lose and that they could just be omitted from playing college football next season, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Unfortunately, one of these teams has to win. There's no good scenario here. Both of these teams I can't stand them. I can't.
I wish we had our 10-2 season so we could play Ohio State and shove them in a fucking locker.
Yeah, but now that belongs to Eli Dragons. So, all right. With all that being said, okay, I got to pick somebody here. So, I got to say, Missouri, regardless of everything that's all the jokes I've made about Eli, what a phenomenal year it's been for them. A phenomenal year. Just a great season overall. They've accomplished so much, and have gone so far and beyond what people thought they were going to be this season. And they're playing in a big-time bowl game. Ohio State's reeling after losing to Michigan. It's just, everything is lining up for Missouri to win this game. So give me Ohio State to win. All right, who you guys got?
This is definitely a tough one. Is Ohio State only favored by half a point?
They are.
Man. Is Marvin Harrison Jr. opting out?
I'd assume so.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he's like the highest. He's projected to be like the first receiver off the board.
I will say this: Ohio State is 10-0 all time against Missouri.
Wait, they are?
Yeah.
Oh,
Soon to be 11-0.
yeah. Give me Ohio State.
Because Ryan Day, he stands on business.
We stand on business, Eli Drinkwitz.
Yeah, we stand on business, Ryan. We stand on business. Nobody knows what that means, dude. Why do you even bother to say it? Until the day I die, I'm never going to understand it. He never explained it either. Well, we stand on business. Like, what was it? Was it some type of trash talk? Was it to be like, oh, I'm really mad at you for throwing up 60 bombers on me 2 years in a row, so I'm going to throw out my rage on you? Like, what does that even mean? Okay,
Well, the
no
stand
point.
on business
No
thing is just like,
No point.
we stand our ground, I think. And so,
Yeah, you
let's
stand on
see.
tomfoolery because nobody knows what the hell that means. Anyway, whoever else has to give.
I'm taking Ohio State, even though it'll be insufferable to listen to the Ohio State portion of my family if they win.
Yeah, but it would be even more sufferable to listen to Eli Dragons. So.
Well,
And
yeah.
the
Well,
Missouri
also
people,
think
so.
about the Missouri fans too. So.
Yeah. Again, lose-lose situation. Just pick a somebody and move on.
Yeah, Missouri fans didn't even exist until this year.
Right. Funny how that works.
I had
doesn't
met
it?
like 5 before this year.
Yep. So this is sweep.
Yeah, it's a sweep
Yeah.
again.
Shocker. All right, moving on. Because we stand on business over here. All right, I'm gonna stop with that. Anyway, moving on. All right, so we got the Saturday slate. Only we got 3 more days to cover here. So Ole Miss and Penn State the next New Year's 6. This is the Peach Bowl. Penn State coming in as a 3.5-point favorite. I like this game for a variety of reasons. But I'm gonna stick with one team here for one reason only, and that is because, it's weird because Penn State always shows up in the bowl games. They always show up in the big games. And also, Ole Miss is not named Michigan and they're not named Ohio State. So give me Penn State to get the win here. One team is known to show up in bowls and one isn't. So give me Penn State.
Yeah, same. Give me Penn
Yeah.
State. They're, I don't know. They always play well when it's not either Michigan or Ohio State.
Yeah, that's their kryptonite. I want to give out a shout out to my friend Cornwall on Twitter, who's a Penn State fan. I'm rocking with Penn State.
All right. And on paper, Ole Miss should win this game because I think they have the better offense overall. But it's just superstition's a thing, and I think it's going to bite them. All right.
Well, I'm also doing this because I hate Lane Kiffin and fuck him.
Of course, yeah. No, we can all. Yeah, nothing new there. All right. Anyway, 2:00. The Music Shitty Bowl. Auburn and Maryland in this one. Boy, is it nice that we aren't here in this game. Anyway, Auburn's going to have to deal with the suffering that is whatever officiating or whatever crap this stadium looks like. But anyway, Auburn coming in as a 7-point favorite against Maryland. This could be a fun one. As in fun, I mean close. But who y'all got to win this game? Because I honestly don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say... oh, man, this is a tough one. But I'm going to say Auburn gets the win here. So, give me Auburn.
Yeah, I was going to say...
I'm just going to stick with them.
I was going to say Tulia opted out.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah. And that kind of further staples my prediction. I'm going to stay with Auburn here.
Even though Freeze is kind of inconsistent when it comes to random games. He'll show up for a bowl game. He won't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he might show up for a bowl game. Maybe he don't. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but there should be under no circumstances where you lose by 21 to New Mexico State at home.
Oh no,
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's terrible. But they also went on to, nearly beat Alabama. So take from that what you will.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying, like,
yep, inconsistency.
Hugh is so inconsistent, but I'm still taking them just because I think they have a lot better talent over Maryland.
2 for Auburn, Lucas.
Yeah, I don't think I've picked a single SEC team this entire time. So give me Auburn.
And there's another sweep. All right, moving on. Oh boy. Everyone's favorite. This is the other one I was talking about where I just hope both of them lose. Georgia, Florida State. Now, look, it's been one horrible time for Florida State. They thought they were a staple in for the playoffs, and then they got completely just... I don't know how else to describe it other than they got cucked by the the playoff committee being out of the college football playoffs. Now, look, I get it. It sucks. If Tennessee were in this situation and we were undefeated and we got left out of the playoffs because, our star quarterback got injured, I'd get it. I'd be pissed. But you people have become insufferable. I mean, you have been crying non-stop. And I think that's going to get shut down after this game because I think after this, Florida State's going to figure out real quick why they weren't in the playoffs and why they wouldn't stand a chance against anyone who was in the playoffs. Give me Georgia to win this game. And look, it's very satisfying to see that Georgia isn't in the playoffs. And if it were up to me, I hope they lose again. But Georgia's going to annihilate Florida State. So give me Georgia to win. Who y'all got?
Julio, you want to go first?
Yeah, sorry. I had to take my headphones off because they were rubbing my ears raw for a second.
You're good.
All right. I'm not echoing, am I?
No.
Oh, no, you're good.
All right. Just make sure. Yeah, I'm taking Georgia. Even though I would love for Georgia to just lose to a second-string Florida State team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious, but then again, heck, Georgia did lose to Texas that one year whenever all those...
Yeah, but Texas is... Texas is... Even then, they were decent. They weren't... Florida State, they don't stand a chance. They don't.
Yeah, I just don't see it, but... Either way, I'm happy. Well, I should say I'm happy with the outcome, because if Georgia wins, I'm right by the prediction. But then, heck, if I'm wrong, then Georgia lost to a shit Florida State team without Jordan Travis. So.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right, Lucas.
I have heard rumors. I don't think this is going to happen, but I've heard some people say that Florida State could, say that they're going to play the game and then, dress out and then be at the tunnels and then just be like, you know what, we're not going to play this game at all. Just basically just not even play the game because, the games don't matter. Because Florida State's undefeated yet they didn't make the playoffs and all that stuff.
Would create for some phenomenal entertainment. I will say that.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Part of me hopes that they do that. It would be absolutely hilarious. And not gonna lie, it'd be. I don't know. I'd actually somewhat support that because they went undefeated, and if they didn't play, and if they didn't want to play, it would basically be like, oh, the game. the games don't matter and all this stuff. But I mean, of course, I want Florida State to win. Random question: if Florida State wins this game, you think they would claim a national championship?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. They'll be even more insufferable than the UCF people were back in 2017. But they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love for Florida State to win, but I don't think they are. Give me Georgia.
Yeah. All right, another sweep. All right, Toledo and Wyoming. Look, we got a lot more games to cover, so let's just give our thoughts on this one and move on. It's on a CW network. Ain't nobody watching this one.
It's also on Barstool. It says.
Woo!
What the?
That's
Oh yeah,
spectacular.
it's the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna take the Cowboys here. Wyoming is the favorite. I'm gonna stick with them and say that they get the dub over Toledo. Who y'all got?
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship,
All right. There you
zooming
go.
through the sky.
That's
The Toledo Rockets.
That's the first non-sweep in a long time. Julio.
Yeah. This is a weird one because
Flip a coin if you have to.
give me Wyoming. Give me Wyoming.
All right. Nice. Sticking with me. I like it. All right. All right. So I'm a complete liar. I told y'all that we were going to pick up on our next show on the 2nd, but I'm wrong. We're going to do it on the 31st. So that is going to be the date of our next show. When we cover the rest of these bowl games, the bigger ones, and of course the playoff matchups. That's going to be a spectacular one. And of course we'll give an in-depth analysis on the Citrus Bowl between Iowa and Tennessee. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure if you haven't already, give this a like and sub up to Squidtard Sports. If you haven't already, make sure you also check out these two wonderful people over here over on their Twitter accounts. I'm pointing in the right direction. There we go. Now I'm pointing in the right direction. Check out these guys. Check out these two fellas. They're great people. So we'll see you guys next time. And you guys close us out. Give me your last final thoughts before we get out of here.
Go Balls. And I guess I'll see y'all on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve.
Go Vols and beat the Iowa Hawkeyes, man. See y'all on New Year's Eve. And Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas too. I don't know how I forgot that.
All right, yeah. And absolutely, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a phenomenal Christmas. Spend some time with your family. Just have a great time. And, we'll continue where we left off on the 31st, New Year's Eve. Until then, I'll see y'all next time. And as always, power to Tardaria. And more importantly, for this show, go Vols, baby.